Okay, everybody, welcome. Today we are going to have a little PACC Barista Day. So we're going to show you how to make three of kind of our favorite and what we find a lot of people like our favorite kind of coffee drinks that we get out at other places. So the first one that we're going to make is going to be a copycat iced vanilla latte.
Okay, so we're going to take 2 cups of strong coffee.
Put on the cup side. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay.
All right. Then we were going to pour that into our jar that we measured 1 cup of ice.
We're not going to get
through, right?
Yeah, we're not going to get, I would do half of the recipe. It's not going to quite fit. Okay, so you, depending on the size of your cup, you may have to adjust. So we're going to cut this recipe in half. So we'll use 1 cup of strong brewed coffee, 1/4 of a cup of cream. We need 2 tablespoons. So it'll just be 1 tablespoon of sugar.
Of vanilla syrup.
Of vanilla syrup. And you can buy these at the grocery store, even at the dollar store. And we're going to use 1 and 2. And we have 1 cup of ice in there. We're just going to give it a good stir. All right. Will Kristen be brave enough to try it?
Absolutely. Well, very good.
All right. So that's how you make your copycat iced vanilla latte. Super easy. Okay, so we showed you that iced vanilla latte. Just for a little price comparison, if you guys would get an iced vanilla latte at somewhere like, say, Starbucks, a medium size, which is probably about the size that we had, is going to cost you $4.65 without tax. So it's a lot cheaper to make it at home along with all of our other beverages. So the next thing that we're going to make is more of a frozen blended drink. We're going to make the copycat mocha frappuccino. And if you were going to get this at Starbucks, it would cost you, a medium size would cost you $4.42. So we're going to show you how to make it on your own.
All right, so we started up with 1 cup of ice. Then we're going to go to 1/4 a cup of strong coffee. Pour that right into your container. And then 1/3 a cup of milk. We pre-measured all of this ahead of time to make it a little easier. Then we need 1 tablespoon of sugar. And then 2 tablespoons of chocolate syrup.
Ooh, all that chocolatey goodness.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's everything that goes into here. We're going to put the lid on and blend it up.
So we're going to use a magic bullet today. You guys can use a blender too, but I like to use this for a lot of smoothies and things like that. It kind of works really nicely. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. I think there's still a little bit of ice in there. Okay. Now, I did read, you may like your Frappuccino maybe a little bit thicker or thinner. That's a personal preference. So if you feel like it's too thin, you can go ahead and add more ice. If it's too thick, you can maybe add a little more milk. Okay. And of course, gotta have your whipped cream.
Ooh.
Ooh, and we gotta have a little chocolate syrup drizzle.
Look at that.
And there you have it. I'll give it a try. Wow. It's good. Very, very good. Chocolate mocha frappuccino. Okay, so we have made our vanilla iced latte. Keep in mind, you can also have that hot if you prefer not to have it over ice. You can have it hot. Make it exactly the same way, but you just don't use ice. That's all. We made our mocha frappuccino, which I'm still sipping on. And now we're going to make a copycat McDonald's caramel frappe. So at McDonald's, better than Starbucks as far as prices, your medium is going to cost you $2.89. But so far from what we found, we actually like what we're making better, and it's cheaper overall. So let's get to it. So we have our cup. We did put a cup of ice in there, and Kristen will show you how to make the rest.
That's right. So we're going to take a half a cup of strong coffee again. Dump it into the container here. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of caramel syrup.
So if we have anybody that's watching your sugars, they do make sugar-free syrup, so you might want to consider that.
Or even cut it in half, maybe. 2 tablespoons of sugar. A half a cup of milk.
That's the white one.
And lastly, a half a cup of heavy cream.
If you guys don't have heavy cream, you could, I used half and half, which is actually, it's kind of the in-between milk and heavy cream. So if you don't have heavy cream, it's okay. Just use half and half. Or you could just use regular milk, I'm sure.
Right.
And we're going to go ahead and blend it up. I tend to like these types of blenders for things like this, as opposed to like the regular stand blender. I have used those before when we did Smoothie Tuesday. I did use my regular blender, but I find that these types of like little magic bullets and that are kind of meant for those purposes, I find that they just work a little bit better and quicker to crush all the ice. Okay. That made quite a lot. And again, gotta get some of that whipped cream and some of our caramel syrup to drizzle. A straw, and we'll let Kristen give it a try.
Here we go. Oh my goodness.
That's good. So again, everything that we've made today, you guys can see exactly what's going into your drinks. A lot of times when you're getting stuff out at a lot of those other places, your favorite coffee drinks are actually full of all kinds of other additives and things that you don't even know about. So making it at home, it's cheap, it's easy, and you know exactly what you're putting into your beverages. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys, if you're making any of these beverages and you find that maybe they're not strong enough, or like with your iced vanilla latte, if you feel like it gets too watery, something that I like to do sometimes is take my leftover coffee, put it in your ice cube trays, and then use that to blend your drinks or to pour your iced coffee over, because then you won't add a lot of extra water, and so when the ice cubes melt, it's going to melt coffee and it's going to keep your flavor nice and strong. So The last thing I want to show you guys, I found these this morning at Walmart. This is a sea salt caramel latte, and this is a Java chip frappe mix. And each of these packets make 2 8-ounce servings of the drinks. And all you need is milk, the mix, and ice, and a blender. That's it. These packets were both like $1, I want to say it was like $1.24 or something. So that's probably even cheaper than us making the drinks that we did today. But so they had 2 or 3 different varieties of these. They're in the aisle with all the coffee. They're called frozen bean drink mixes. So if you're somebody that likes to have like a nice frozen coffee drink or something like that, check these out. Give them a try. Try one of our copycat recipes. Save yourself some money. Control what is going into it, especially if you guys are watching your sugar and you need to make some modifications. You can very easily do that. So I hope you guys get a chance to make these. They're delicious. Cheers.